This is Supply House Times editor Mike Miazga here at the Spring PVF Roundtable at the Westin Galleria in Houston, joined right now by Supply House Times columnist, ASA industry analyst Morrie Beschloss. Always a pleasure.
Mine too.
We had a guest speaker from ExxonMobil here tonight, painting another bright picture, which we're hearing a constant refrain about the energy industry. What's your take on where things are headed short term?
Well, short term, it's already proving itself that at one time, if you go back 60, 70 years, we were producing 6, 7, 8 million barrels a day, and we were that from the old conventional way of drilling. It went down to actually under 5 million barrels about 5 years ago. Well, as of 2013, we're back up to 8 million barrels a day, and it's projected that by the end of the decade, we will be up to 12 million barrels a day. And as the gentleman from ExxonMobil said tonight, and I totally agree with him, that the United States will be #1 in the world in the production of oil, natural gas, and coal. Now, I say coal because I know that's, if you'll pardon the expression, not a clean word to a lot of people, especially the environmentalists. But it's a huge export item for the United States. Every other country in the world is dying to have the kind of coal reserves we do. So when it comes to energy as a whole, we're doing fine. And the government is being restrictive, but that's another story. But even renewables will be okay, but not the substitute that the current government is trying to make us think it will be. Solar is proving itself to be very productive as far as a power generating resource for utilities, but it's always only going to be supplemental. The statistics I have come up with are that by the middle of this century, it'll still be only about 8 or 9% of all renewables together will be suffice to give us the energy that we need. And it's all still going to be oil, natural gas, and coal.
Another topic you brought up on your quarterly update, the importance of the independent businessman in this country, and this room full of people here tonight, 500 people registered for the PVF Roundtable again, can call themselves independent businessmen, the majority of them. How important have those folks been over the years, and how important will they continue to be?
Well, first of all, I use the term independent businessman or businesswoman instead of small business. I consider the term small business a pejorative, a demeaning kind of a term. It's not meant to be, but when you think small, you think about diminutive, or they used to call them, in my day, they used to call them mom and pop businesses, which is, it's a nice warm way of talking about it, but it always meant somebody that's kind of small and not really very important. I think the independent businessman is a real driving force behind the entrepreneurial superiority of the United States over every other country in the world. There's no other country that has the range and the number of independent businesses that the United States has. And one of the reasons is when you're independent, you're creative, you're thinking, you're putting yourself at risk, and you're the one that's putting themselves on the line. This is not meant to be anti-big business. You need both for obvious reasons. Big corporations are worldwide. They give us a range that we wouldn't have otherwise, exports and everything else. But it's still the independent businessman who hires about 2/3 of all the employees in this country. And it's the independent businesses that flourish and come up with the ideas and keep this country moving way ahead of any other country in the world.
A lot of good stuff happening in this industry. We'll see you again in August at the summer PVF Roundtable.
I hope so.
Thanks a lot, Morrie. For more on the PVF Roundtable, read the June issue of Supply House Times.